Who read the Torah portion this week? You don't have the Torah portion, do you? I need to print some more out, I guess, because we're on a 3-year cycle instead of the 1-year cycle. And the reason is you get to cover the shorter parts and spend more time on it, but it is also how they were doing it in Yeshua's time. They were doing a double 3.5-year cycle to match up with the year of release. And it kept the cycle with the 7-year year of release and then the year of Jubilee too. So, all right. It was Exodus 38, I believe, this time. 21. Or no, it was Exodus 30. See, this is the 20th. No, this is the 26th. Exodus 37:1 through 38:20, that's what it was. Now, we're still studying the construction of the tabernacle. It's not very long. Do we want to just go ahead and read through it, since not hardly anybody's read it? Brother Scott, you want to start reading?
This is on 38:1?
This is on Exodus 37:1.
37:1, sorry.
Yeah. Read through verse 9.
Bezalel made an ark of acacia wood, 3 3/4 feet long, 2 1/4 feet wide, and 2 1/4 feet high. He overlaid it with pure gold inside and out, with a molding of gold around it around the top. He cast 4 rings of gold for it at its 4 feet, 2 rings on each side. He made poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He put the carrying poles for the ark in the rings on the side of the ark. He made a cover for the ark of pure gold, 3 3/4 feet long, and 2 1/4 feet wide. He made a 2 cherubim of gold. He made them of hammered work. Made them of hammered work for the 2 ends of the ark cover. One, I can't pronounce it.
Cherub, or cherub, you can say.
Well, this is in that. This is the Jewish.
Yeah. Is it Keruv?
Keruv, yeah. One for the end and 1 Keruv for the other end. He made the cherubim as one piece of the ark to cover its 2 ends. We start at 9, stop at 9, or stop at 9?
At the end of 9.
The cherubim had their wings spread out above, so that the wings covered the ark, their faces toward each other, and toward the ark covered.
Now, who remembers what the cherubim looked like? Were they these little cupid things with cute puffy wings?
No.
What were they, Rose?
Are they the ones with the 6 wings?
Nope, those are the seraphims.
Are the seraphims ones with the 4 heads or whatever?
No, that's the cherubim.
Okay.
4 faces.
4 faces.
4 heads. Yeah. 4 heads are the 4 living creatures that are seen in the throne room. And John kind of confuses things in Revelations. He says they're the ones who cry, holy, holy, holy. But Isaiah says it's the seraphim that cry, holy, holy, holy. Ezekiel is the one that describes in detail the cherubim. The wheels within the wheels is what they fly on, these flying machines it talks about. They've got eyes all around. They've got the faces of an ox, an eagle, face like a man, and a face like a lion. The ox or the bull. The lion, man, and the eagle, I believe. John, I think, describes them as each one having a different face, but what it was is each one had a different face pointed at him. He saw 4 of these creatures. But they actually had 4 faces with eyes round about. And it was definitely interesting. Not your typical, what we call cherub today. All right, starting at verse 10 through 16. Who wants to read that one? Brother William?
And he made the table of shittim wood, 2 cubits was the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And he overlaid it with pure gold, and made thereunto a crown of gold round about. And he made thereunto a border of an handbreadth round about, and made a crown of gold for the border thereof round about. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings upon the 4 corners that were in the 4 feet thereof, over against the border where the rings, the places for the staves to bear the table. And he made the staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold to bear the table. And he made the vessels which were upon the table, his dishes and his spoons and his bowls and his covers, covered withal of pure gold.
Amen. Making the menorah, 17 through 24. Do you want to read that, Elizabeth?
17 through what?
24.
Okay. And he made the candlestick of pure gold, of beaten work made he the candlestick, his shaft and his branch, his bowl, his knobs, and his flowers were of the same. And 6 branches going out of the sides thereof, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side thereof, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side thereof. 3 bowls made after the fashion of almonds in one branch, a knob and a flower, and 3 bowls made like almonds in another branch, a knob and a flower. So throughout the 6 branches going out of the candlestick. And in the candlestick were 4 bowls made like almonds, his knob and his flowers, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches going out of it. Their knobs and their branches were the same. All of it was one beaten work of pure gold. And he made his 7 lamps and his snuffers and his snuff dishes of pure gold. Of a talent of pure gold made he it, and all the vessels thereof.
All right, these are the branches and the knobs coming out of the main shaft. You've got one main shaft and then branches coming out of each one of them. And they had lamps on the top. They weren't actually candlesticks. This is an actual kind of candlestick, but the original menorah had lamps. So you've got the menorah itself, and then you've got the lamps that are actually a separate deal. All right, altar of incense. Who wants to read 25 through 29?
I'll do it.
Okay.
He made the incense altar of acacia wood. Its length was a cubit, and its width a cubit. It was square, and 2 cubits was its height. And its horns were of one piece with it. And he overlaid it with pure gold, its top, its sides all around, and its horn. He also made for it a molding of gold all around it. He made 2 rings of gold for under its molding, by its 2 corners on both sides as holders for the poles with which to bear it. And he made poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He also made the holy anointing oil and the pure incense of sweet spices according to the work of the perfumer.
All right. Now 38, 1 through 8. Who wants that one? Do you want to read from us?
Sure, let me get my Bible.
And John? You want John too? Okay.
1 through 8 or 1 through
1 through
7?
8.
And he made the altar of burnt offering of shittim wood. 5 cubits was the length thereof, and 5 cubits the breadth thereof. It was 4 square, and 3 cubits the height thereof. And he made the horns thereof on the 4 corners of it. The horns thereof were of the same. And he overlaid it with brass. And he made all the vessels of the altar, the pots and the shovels, and the basins, and the flesh hooks, and the fire pans. All the vessels thereof he made, or made he of brass. And he made for the altar a brazen grate of network under the compass thereof beneath unto the midst. And he cast 4 rings for the 4 ends of the grate of brass to be places for the staves. And he made the staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with brass. And he put the staves into the rings on the sides of the altar to bear it withal. He made the altar hollow with boards, and he made the laver of brass and the foot of it of brass. Of the looking glasses of the women assembling, which assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
All right, these looking glasses were basically just